guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Maiwa, and today I am doing it a bit differently. I'm gonna chat to you as I go on my lunchtime walk. And yeah, today I want to talk about like how the last week or so has been for me. With training mainly, but more generally, I think the last week has been very difficult. I found it very hard to get out of bed. Felt very weak, tiredness, no energy, and just sort of, it was just difficult to do much in my days. So, if a funny story, can we just take a moment? It's actually sunny today in the UK, which is very unusual. It's been very cold. It's like -5. So today it's like 0. Sometimes it goes as low as -5. So very cold. I think that was part of my issue last week because I wasn't really expecting it. So it just sort of hit me, and I was like, "Oh shit!" So yeah, I didn't have any motivation. Didn't want to go out. Couldn't do anything. Yeah, it was just a difficult week. Even to do my normal job, my 9 to 5. I was struggling to make any progress in that as well. One day I went to the gym, and my gym, you have to drive to get there, and you also have to get on the stairs to the top floor, which is like 12 sets of stairs. So it's quite hard to get to. So I thought, if I can get to the gym and change and do all that stuff, that maybe I would actually, get the energy to do something in the gym. Anyway, got to the gym, got changed, went on the treadmill, walked for like 5 minutes. I was like, nope, not today. It's not happening. It's not working. So I just left the gym, went back to the car, and you won't believe what I went to next. I drove down to the chicken shop and bought chicken wings and fries, and just sat there and just thinking to myself, guy, what's going on with you? So last week was tough. So the entire week was just no training. I didn't do any training. And mind you, this is 2.5 weeks until, it's now 2 weeks until my Marrakesh half marathon. So I was also feeling a bit worried that, oh my god, what's gonna, I should be training, but I just didn't have it in me to do anything. So physically I was fine, mentally I was off. So that just goes to show that sometimes injury is not just physical injury. Sometimes you're not there. And I put it down to, now I feel a lot better, and I think I put it down to like weather factors. I think I really struggle in the UK with the cold weather. You'd think that after so long of being here, I would be sort of well adapted. But nah, man, I still struggle, and I think the older I get, the more I even struggle. Today's freezing as well. It's sunny, but it's freezing. Anyway, so I was saying, injuries are not just physical. Sometimes they're mental. So I don't know if any of you have ever been in that kind of, predicament where you feel fine to work out, to go out and do stuff, but mentally you just can't. I don't want to sort of disrespect people that have depression, but sometimes you feel a little bit like you're having seasonal depression. You just feel weak and don't want to do anything. And I don't know what depression feels like. I've never had depression, but that for me felt close to what depression would be. So like I was not very pleasant to be around as well. I was being very quiet. I was keeping to myself. I was not just not doing anything. Not feeling like I could do anything. Very low on energy, and the other problem I have when I'm having that kind of sort of week is I tend to overeat. So sometimes it's like anxiety. So it's like, you're not feeling good about yourself. You're low on energy. You're feeling quite anxious, and then I turn to food. So I eat without sort of paying attention to what I'm eating. I eat compulsively, and that then makes me feel worse internally. And then if I feel worse, I turn to eating again to feel better. So it's pretty bad. But I was doing this throughout last week, and I kept hoping that I would get energy by the next day, but it never came. And so I don't know if anybody has felt, if anybody has sort of been through or is going through something similar. I know I might have it again. So this week I feel a lot better. So I think since the weekend I've been feeling better. So I'm now 2 weeks away from Marrakesh, and I think now I am sort of back to it, and I don't find it as I just feel better in general. My mind is in a much better place now, and I think I can get back to my training. What I would say to anybody that's going through anything that I was going through last week is just know that you will feel better again. It might take you 1 week, might take you 2 weeks, might take you longer, but I think just know in your mind that you will feel better. And I think just knowing that is helpful. I didn't feel like I knew that last week. But I feel like if I had known that, then there'll be you can be calm and not like freak out too much that, why am I so useless? Why am I, I'll say maybe don't rush yourself out of it. Because if you rush out, you might, fall back again. So, that's the one thing I actually did. I didn't rush myself. I just took my time. Took the whole week off, even though I had training runs planned for last week. Okay. So this week, back to the drawing board, back to training. We've only got 13 days or so until the run. Fly out to Marrakesh on Friday, and then run on Sunday, and we head back to London on Monday. So 3-4 days off there, which is kind of exciting because get a bit of a break, get a bit of January sort of winter break, which would be nice because it is cold here. So this week is about recovery from what, given I didn't train last week, but I guess just sort of making sure that I rest well, making sure that I sleep well, making sure that I eat well. So I know I said I was eating a lot last week, but I wasn't eating the right sort of things. So this week I'm going to try and eat well. So for my breakfast, I'm going to be having porridge and bananas and berries to get all the fiber in there. Try and increase my fruits and my veg intake, and obviously need all the carbs as well. So I would sort of get some good carbs in, some pasta and some rice. Maybe more towards next week. I think this week is more just getting back to eating the right things, and then next week we can think about the carb loading. So this week is squeezed. This week I've got a few runs planned, sort of interval training, some gym work, some strength training. Keep it nice. Don't stress too much. Don't sort of go too hard on anything. Just enjoy the last week or so of training. This is very much taper down period. I think my long run this week is like 10k. So yeah, I just need to get out there and do a little bit every day. And also hydration, so drinking water, because yeah, it's gonna be very, very hot in Marrakesh. So my training here in the UK, where it's like 20 20 I wish, where it's like zero, sort of freezing temperatures, it's gonna be very different in Marrakesh. Marrakesh would very much be 20 plus, so it's not very my training has not been very representative of the real thing. So I need to be careful. Because yeah, there'll be a lot of sweating, and yeah, so hydration strategy needs to be on point, basically. So next week when we get to Marrakesh, we have a good chance of getting around the course and finishing strong. All right, nice one. Thanks.